Welcome to the Well Within radio podcast. I am your host, Shalina Litt. Okay, welcome back. So, we have been waiting for this moment. I told him, relax, okay, because I could feel the nerves coming from the get-go. And you can tell he's got a teaching background. It's most definitely evident. Because he gave me homework. He gave me questions. Yes, I'm exposing you right now. Why not? Welcome. Ranjit, how you doing?
I'm doing good, thanks. It's the last week of half term and we're crawling to the end. And top of it all off, we all got parents' evenings as well.
Oh, yes, indeed, yes. I've got scissor burn from cutting out all my laminations. I'm still doing all that kind of stuff, you know. Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here today.
Yeah.
Thank you for inviting me.
Honestly, I like to keep my interviews real. I want to talk about our little journey, how we've met each other. Why not?
Yeah.
Okay. So how did we first meet?
We first met, I'm pretty sure, on a higher self hike. And me, I'm always about the high levels of consciousness. And when I saw the group Higher Self, I said, that seems to be me. And to go on these hikes, to do breathwork, to do meditation, to have these high level talks. And it's just amazing joining the Higher Self. And then you came to my first Evolution of Consciousness event in March. And thank you so much for coming. I'm so grateful to have about 40, 50 people there. And as it was my event, I put myself on it. And I just wanted to tell a bit of my story and a bit about my journey. And the title of the talk was called Conscious Evolution Through Sobriety. And it was about how I went through, in my mid-20s, went through a spiritual realization. Went to a lot of different retreats, went to like Buddhist retreats, 10-day silent ones, went to Hindu ones, Sikh ones, looked into lots of paths, Sufism. And through that, I understood that the way forward was to have really like purify the mind. And with that, quitting alcohol was a part of it. And so my talk was basically about what I accomplished and what went with that, the conscious evolution. When I quit alcohol, so many things opened up and my mind was such clarity. So yeah, it's just been a massive journey, and thank you for coming to that talk and listening to it. And it's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, and I got a good reception from it. People saying, look, I relate to you being, having a parent who's alcoholic, growing up in the 90s, 2000s, and just living that sort of life that we did when we were surrounded by alcohol. And what do you think we were going to do when we were 15?
Yeah.
Just use and abuse.
Yeah. And I do think that when I was listening to your talk, like, I have ADHD. I really, really struggle to be engaged in any conversation, But I think you put so much heart and soul in that speech, and I could feel it, And I really respect you for that, because a lot of the things that I was hearing is you were talking about how difficult sometimes it is to make the transition. Especially when you are surrounded by, a culture or family or friends that indulge in drinking like every day kind of thing. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, I went to an event the other day and, family was there and, come on, Shalini, you're having some glossy, come on, and it was just like, oh, no. So, and I think that for me really just stopped and made me pay attention.
I think it's about being conscious of what we consume, whether it's social media, whether it's ultra-processed foods, whether it's things that are detrimental to our physical health and our mental health. So a part of that talk was saying how now, like 1/3 of 16, 24-year-olds are not drinking. They choose sobriety. And I see a lot of youngsters, Gen Z, they're joining the gym, they're being more conscious. And a part of that is social media has had a massive effect on the youth. And one of the big reasons they are drinking less now. And I see a shift in society happening. But at the same time, we know social media and smartphones are a double-edged sword. They can do so much good, but we know that it is linked to depression and increased anxiety, especially with youngsters, with increased mobile phone use.
What age group do you work with, may I ask?
Primary school.
Okay, I was actually touching a little bit on this in the beginning of the show. And I said, like, with my background, in early years and teaching and lecturing. Like, it quite rightly is time for me to start speaking up about these experiences. And yeah, like, I was sharing that at university we was taught about the hidden curriculum, you know, and how when your children go to school, they're going to meet friends that are going to share information with them, and they'll be exposed to new belief systems and new things that we as parents, or, you know, from our culture, wouldn't share, right? But I think the introduction of social media and online platforms such as Roblox and mean that children are now acting very differently, probably a lot more sexualized through social media, through music, through movies, you know, and that's my experience. I mean, are you noticing that shift as well?
Yeah, 100%. A lot of the primary school children, they're a product of their online environment. I mean, you don't want to hear the word 6, 7. You know, I'm getting it in classes, and it's just, I don't know, it just seems like the dumbing down of the population, and we are being zombified. And, you know, as adults as well, our screen time is outrageous, and I'm conscious of that with my daughter. I'm trying to not to use it as much in front of her, but it's going to take a monumental effort. And yeah, there are good things. I would suggest people check out Smartphone Free Childhood, which is a movement happening within England. It's by Jonathan Haidt as well. He's got a new book called The Anxious Generation, and it's saying, as parents, what we need to do is ban smartphones right up until high school, and no social media until 16. And the problems we're getting a lot in primary schools is it's the Snapchat, it's the WhatsApps. But they shouldn't be even getting one anyway. Okay, I understand that some of these children, they come to and from home by themselves, but give them a dumb phone, a Nokia.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't even know about that movement, to be honest.
Yeah, Smartphone Free Childhood.
I don't know how I feel about that as a parent, if I'm totally honest. I don't know. And this is a reality, right? I mean, I've got a 14-year-old. The thought of her not going on social media until she's 16. I know they have brought in age appropriation now. So you have to prove your age to go on these platforms. So there are regulations coming in. But I love the idea, actually.
Yeah, and I think as a teacher, I'm moving away from like conventional teaching, and I want to go into more teaching about nature, forest schooling, holistic practice. So that's my future, is making my own company, my own CIC, and helping children with breathwork, meditation. I've got these courses that are on my list to do: forest schooling, do my breathwork certification, and also life coaching, teenage kids, young adults. So what's his space? It's all going to happen.
You see, and this is it. And, you know, and this is why I wanted to talk about that leading up to the event that you've got coming up. You know, because I think it's important that people understand who the face is behind this event moving forward, because there's going to be a second one, right?
Yeah. Oh, sorry, it's the third. So there was one in May as well. Yes, you must have missed that.
Oh, no.
People are busy, don't worry. It's in June, the first week of June.
Yeah.
I'm never doing one in summer because people are everywhere. But yeah, I've come on here. One of the reasons I've come on your show, Shalina, is talk about the Evolution of Consciousness event. The Evolution of Consciousness talks is on Sunday, November the 9th, and it's by the Old Printworks. It's from 2 to 5 p.m. And what it is I get different speakers talking about, it's a bit like TED Talks, and they have about 25 minutes to talk about a chosen topic, whether it's about spirituality, natural health, consciousness. And the whole goal of me creating the Evolution of Consciousness was to just try and raise the vibration and the intelligence of people around me, and hopefully that can reverberate, because once we evolve ourselves, we can evolve other people, and it has a knock-on effect. And in my belief is that our goal on this earth is to evolve to our highest self possible, rather than just go to work, come back home, watch Netflix. There's a lot more out there. This is a beautiful universe we are in, and I'm trying to instill a sense of awe and wonder for people. And having these speakers coming, talking about journey, compassion, about Ayurveda. And yeah, so these are some of the talks on Sunday, November the 9th. You can find out more about it if you type in Google Evolution of Consciousness Talks. It's on Instagram if you want to see any more ideas and Eventbrite. The first person we got speaking is someone called Amanda Cox, and she's talking about conscious parenting, about how healing ourselves, we can raise well-rounded, heal children as well, conscious parenting. So please make sure you come as 25 minute talk. I'm really looking forward to
This is
to
what
her
I
talk.
mean. And then this is why I said it's so important to touch on these subjects. So I can relate to that. Even when you said it, I was like, whoa, conscious parenting.
Conscious parenting, this is what it's about.
Do you know what I mean? Because there are so many parents, and this is how I started the show. I'm not, I didn't even know about that, you know. But I said there were so many parents that I see now just putting devices in in babies like hands. Do you know what I mean? You see them like these young babies, like 2-3 years old, like literally just being entertained on these devices, and it does break my heart because I'm like, wow, this has now become a coping mechanism for, you know, parents and carers. But actually it's so wrong, because what those children are being exposed to is just really quite scary sometimes. And yeah, I just want to quickly share that one time my son was on my lap, but as he was on my lap, he was on my right knee, so he was slightly to an angle. And I seen one of the adverts come on where a woman's clothes was, you like point at it and then her clothing comes off and she's like, ooh, you know, like, and I'm like, what is that? So then when I started to look and I'm waiting for this advert, it wouldn't come on. And that's because they actually look at the dots, you know, like with the facial recognition, and they can tell the difference between age. And so this is the reality. There are people out there exploiting. So I think that's amazing.
Yeah, the actual talk by Amanda Cox is Conscious Parenting, Healing Ourselves, Raising Authentic Children.
Look at that.
And the second speaker we've got is someone called Maria Gautam. She's coming down from London, and she is an Ayurvedic expert. And her talk is about circadian rhythm, neuroscience from an Ayurvedic perspective, how our cycle should be, especially within autumn, winter. Do we slow down? Do we eat more foods which are more warm? She knows a lot more about it than I do. And thirdly, I've got Baljit Singh, who's got an organisation called the Journey of Compassion. He's quite a prominent speaker within UK Sikhi because he was part of the Basics of Sikhi movement, and just trying to...
What is that?
A Basics of Sikhi was a organisation started by Bhai Jagraj Singh. I think it must have been about 15 years ago, because people were going to the Gurdwara and not really understanding, and there wasn't many people translating it to English. And Bhai Jagraj, he had such a massive influence on Sikhs. He made many become baptised because they started to really hear what Sikhism was about, what Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji, the holy book, was saying. And so Baljit is going to be doing a talk about understanding each other and the journey of compassion. And finally, we've got Alexander Reed, someone who you know quite well.
Who's that?
Part of the Higher Self movement, and she has recently released a book called The Hidden Root of Disease, and she'll be doing a talk about natural parasite cleanses, and it's so much more deeper than I thought. So I'm really looking forward to all these talks.
Speaking to the right person here. I don't know if you've seen my journey, but yeah, I did. And then that's what I said to Alex. I said, wow, I thought that the parasite cleanse was about food, but how it has impacted me spiritually, it's a whole show. Do you know what I mean?
It's crazy because I didn't know, because I would just thought of parasites as being a physical thing in the body. You get it out by doing certain detoxes and cleanses. But when I talked to her the other day, she goes, no, it's deeper than that. The parasite can be emotionally affect you, nutritionally, what you're eating, the way you're thinking, spiritually. So I'm really looking forward to her talk.
Yeah, absolutely. Sounds like you're doing some amazing things. So how is it being received then? Because you're on your third event. I'm so sorry I missed second. But yeah, third event. Like, how is it impacting your journey? Because I remember when I spoke to you the first time, you were kind of like, you believed in it. You were taking that step of faith. How has that journey been for you? Because it's different for you, right?
It's been quite a journey. You know, I actually started it in 2016, and I did about 7-8 really small events, and possibly biggest attendance was about 15, 17. And then I stopped it in 2017. I got married, had my daughter, and COVID hit. And then I just had that burning desire to get back out there again. Because me, at the heart, I'm a teacher. I love teaching about things. I love talking about conscious things. Whether it's like, I'm the sort of person who, if people are drinking out of plastic, I'm sometimes chatting, just not trying to like be condescending or preaching, or just try to give like nuggets of advice, like, you know, about water.
Mm-hmm.
And as a human being, I just want clean water, clean food, clean air. And unfortunately, companies, the powers that be, it just isn't like that. And one of the reasons we're making evolution of consciousness is for us to be more aware of ourselves and our perception, so we truly understand the world that we live in, especially, and so we can just rise in consciousness. And what consciousness is, there's a map made by David R. Hawkins, and it says there's different levels of consciousness, and it's for us to rise. And some people, they live on the lower spectrum, which is anger or desire, but then we can rise to something more like courage, goes more to acceptance, right? It has different frequencies, different energy levels, and it keeps going. Love, joy, and the top ones are peace and enlightenment. And that's where we just understand that we are pure consciousness. We are the universe experiencing itself. Like, you are a mirror of me, and you have the divine light within you, and divine light is within me. And it's about accepting, it's about understanding that you are a piece of the divine as well. And in this world of so much division these days, it's about, part of evolution of consciousness is trying to create a community where people come together, like-minded people, and it's not about dividing, it's about being open. And when you get conscious minds together, they create an energy. And it's about letting people know that they're not alone. They're not the only ones questioning what's in the water, what the pharmaceutical companies are doing, what the food companies are doing, how are children being raised, how are they being indoctrinated, how are they being conditioned. So I really love people who come, and it has been quite difficult actually sometimes trying to, get people to come or sell tickets. But the second event had about 30 people, which I was super grateful about. And I'm hoping this one will be even bigger. It's our biggest event. It's got 4 speakers. And yeah, definitely, if you're interested in what I'm talking about, more conscious talks, and not just about simple certain things, and you want to learn, definitely search evolution of consciousness, and yeah, see what you think.
So you mentioned 3 speakers.
So 4 speakers.
4 speakers.
Yeah, it's going to 4.
So
I've got Amanda Cox, I've got Maria Gautam, I've got Baljeet Singh, and I've got Alexandra Reed.
Okay, and Maria Gautam, what does she do?
So she's an Ayurvedic expert within London, and she helps companies and corporations with their nutritional advice. And she's got a page called Vedanta Nutrition, and she does one-to-ones, she does coaching, and she helps people, especially from with her line of work, she's bringing health from an Ayurvedic perspective.
Okay.
And so these things have been around for
thousands
of years.
The Ayurvedic.
So can't wait to ask her.
I kind of know.
Yeah,
but
with Ayurveda, it's
know?
been around for thousands of years. A bit like how Chinese medicine has. And it's not about using the pharmaceuticals. It's about using what nature has given us.
Yeah.
And it's about following that pattern of life, which is more conducive to being in the rhythm with nature. And it's about understanding our own bodies, whether we have different kind of doses. Is it like the hots, the cold, and everyone's different. So I'm looking forward to her to give her ideas about nutrition as well, because there's so much to Ayurveda, and it's helped so many people heal themselves when normal conventional pharmaceuticals haven't helped.
Yeah, I do think there is an awakening taking place. I mean, obviously I come from an Islamic background, and so as a Muslim, we hold a lot of caution to talking about planetary alignments and and kind of turning to these things to determine what your destiny is. It's actually against Islam. But however, I do think there is a lot of truth in some of the energies that take place with these different alignments. And I do think there is a big awakening happening, right?
Yeah, I think definitely. I think as things are getting more crazy, people are waking up. And part of evolution of consciousness is waking people up, right? Having that awakening of who we are, and trying to get people to understand who they truly are as human beings. What are we here on this planet for? And it's about raising vibrations as well. And I'm really glad that I've got some people helping me now, because first I was doing it by myself. I've got Annalise, who is a friend of mine, and she's part of the Soul Revolution. Soul Revolution, I'm wearing the hoodie. It's a festival.
I love
that happens every year. Soul Revolution Festival is a festival that's only been happening for about the past 3 years, and it's tripled in size each year. And it has lots of good musicians, has loads of different workshops, whether it's yoga, breathwork, lots of talks.
Yeah.
And going this year to Soul Revolution Festival is so soul enriching, because people would just smile at you as you walk past. It's so warm. And when it finished, everyone was on a downer. But it's happening again next year. So I just want to say a big thank you to Soul Revolution. It's in May, the festival. It's by Telford, and it's crazy because it's just like a bit like a spiritual bliss, like by Wolverhampton. And and it is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, spiritual festivals within the West Midlands. Normally a lot happen down south, Oxford sides, but this is in the West Midlands.
That's really big then. Congratulations. Because she sounds like she's really successful in her own right.
Oh no, Annalise is part of the core team. The main person is the person who founded it, Alex. I work with him as well.
Yeah.
I help him out with a bit of multimedia, and I was at a retreat, Soul Revolution retreat on Saturday, and it was very enlightening. We had shamanic drumming, we had poetry writing, Sufi poetry writing by Imani. So Soul Revolution has definitely been a big part of my journey, and I've also aligned with different organisations. There's an organisation called Unwind, and they've got an event this Thursday in Birmingham called Let's Talk Alcohol, and it's about getting people talking about if they're sober curious. It's not anti-alcohol, this event on Thursday, but it's trying to get people talking about it, how sometimes, just really being conscious of alcohol and how it can affect us, mental health, physical health. And Simon Remington, he had a transplant, and after that he knew he was drinking way too much, and he just wants to help people just evolve their thinking about alcohol. So that's this Thursday, and so I've aligned with different groups. Higher Self is one of them, Soul Revolution, Unwind, and different ones. Also Seek Recovery Network, Jazz Rise. So that's part of my journey, and there's so much spiritual groups within Birmingham. So if anyone wants to know more, give me a message and I can point you in the right way.
Okay, so what's on the horizon for Ranjit? Because I feel like something big is coming for you. You're evolving very quickly, I must say.
Yeah, I would say I've been on a journey of self-realization, and it has reignited again. And as I'm joining more people and I'm joining more conscious spiritual groups, things are aligning for me.
Yeah.
And like I said, I want to create a company, a CIC, next year where I can help children, because I realise more and more that the education system, mainstream, is broken and it's creaking big time. It's just not right for kids to be sitting down.
Floorboards are creaking.
I
love that.
Yeah, and for the evolution of consciousness, I plan to do about 3 each year. And I'm looking for people to join me if they want to help with a team, if they've got ideas. Because sometimes we think of things in one certain way. But I'm hoping people can join me, and it's going to be more videos on YouTube. And hopefully the events get bigger and spread to more people.
Brilliant. And if anyone wants to get in touch, what is it they're looking for? Because you've got videos on YouTube.
Yeah, I've got so much editing to do, because I also do a bit of photography, videography on the side. I do a bit of everything.
Yeah, your drone shots from the Higher Self movement hikes were really good, by the way.
Thanks. But just type in on Google Evolution of Consciousness Talks. You can get your tickets to Sunday 9th of November from Eventbrite. And on Instagram as well, Evolution of Consciousness Talks. It'll be brilliant for anybody who's listening out there just to connect to me. And people are really resonating. And it's not about the numbers, even though if there's 30 people there. It's about, even if one person learns something, then that really fills my heart.
Now, with everything that you know, this show is all about holistic well-being. You've been on a journey and a half. What does your well-being routine look like? What do you do for your well-being, Ranjit?
Well, recently I've been getting up at 5:30 every morning, and I do about 5-10 minutes of focusing on the breath, a bit of breath work, trying to clear my nose because I've got a bit of nose trauma, and then about 5 minutes of prayer, and then I read for about 20 minutes a day. I created a WhatsApp group at the start of the year trying to get more people into reading, and I've luckily got about 10-12 people, friends and family, and we set a target and intention on the WhatsApp group, and my target is to read for most of the year 10 pages a day.
Okay.
I'm reading Joe Dispenza at the moment, Becoming Supernatural, and after, if I got time, I'll make masala chai as a typical desi for me and the missus. And that's how my morning. I don't look at my phone for at least half an hour, but I need to push that out to about an hour at least.
Yeah.
So that's how my morning looks like. And in the evening, I'm trying to hopefully learn a bit of handpan music. So because I think it will align when I go to schools playing the handpan.
Oh.
So, and I just try to be conscious. I'm into natural health. I like drink. I make sure that my water's filtered. I'm only drinking out of glass bottled water because within plastic, you've got lots of nanoparticles. Me and my wife recently changed to only eating organic food this year as much as we can. And also clothes, stop wearing polyester. And also switching off things like the Wi-Fi, being conscious of the radiation around us. So I'm on a big journey. It's all about levels of consciousness and some of the things you do. And I'll do many things with water. Just trying to put electrolytes in.
A bit of coconut water, that's good.
Yeah, a bit of salt, bit of calcium. Yeah, coconut water is good as well.
I love that.
And also trying to be, but I need to work more on my body, make sure I'm healthy as well. So that's the other thing. I've been good on my mind, reading, but it's about also working on the body as well. So getting back into running, because I used to do the park run and focusing on that.
That was a lot.
It's part of my reading is big as well, because a lot of people, they can't read even 2 pages a day, and we've lost the ability to focus and read as humans. And reading for me helps me shift my how much time I spend sometimes on the phone. So with reading I can at least ground myself, but people just can't read, a lot of them.
Yeah, I mean, I think if we think back to before phones were in the picture, there were so many beautiful things that we did with our time that were slow, that were meaningful, painting, reading, drawing, writing, listening to the radio. Like, everything was just so slow. And I just think a lot of people's desires have kind of just been conditioned into quick hits of gratification.
It's the dopamine, and it breaks my heart when I see little kids on YouTube shorts and just scrolling, and the parents are there scrolling as well. And realistically, we are disconnected from nature. We're disconnected from each other a lot of times. And because of this disconnect from nature, I love spending time in nature. So do you, as we've been on this many hikes. I was at Snowdon about a week and a half ago on top with the Soul Revolution. We're raising money for a minibus for Madagascar.
Yeah.
And it's just so enlightening being outside. I love to ground, put my bare feet on the ground so we can let go of the free radicals. Because we ourselves are electromagnetic beings.
Yeah.
And the earth is an electromagnetic being.
Yeah.
And I love to ground because people don't put their bare feet on the earth, and we've lost that connection. And it's all about getting back to nature.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm about, being natural, holistic. It's all part of the evolution of consciousness.
I love your energy, Ranjit. Honestly, like, people, I have the pleasure of being in the studio with Ranjit right now. Like, I'm excited. So yes, you have definitely, I think, put your stamp on the event. So just before we leave, one more time, where do they need to be? What date? What time? Let us know.
So the Evolution of Consciousness Talks is on Sunday, November the 9th. It's at 2 to 5 p.m. and it's going to be at a place called the Gap Project, which is the Gap Arts and Project. Yeah. And it's on 2 to 5 p.m. I'm currently looking to get some people to sell drinks there as well, conscious drinks. And it's just going to be a great event. We're going to have manifestation. We're going to have some meditation. We're going to have enlightening talks. And it's just going to be amazing. So just search on Google, Evolution of Consciousness Talks. Check out the page. And the prices are £8.88. So it's quite agreeable to. And bring a friend. It'd be great to connect with you.
Absolutely. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a full house.
I hope you can be there.
Sell out, definitely. Know that.
Yeah, check it out on Instagram as well. Follow the page, Evolution of Consciousness Talks. And I'm just trying to reach more people. And hopefully people can get together and we can raise their energy together.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Really, I'm so grateful, and really, you're an inspiration. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Shalina, and so are you to do this for everything that you do. Thank you so much, Shalina.
Give thanks.